Kirk Smith of Athens looks like the picture of health. He's competed in triathlons for 15 years and has ran longer than that.
Wow. Well, now being in such great shape could help him battle through his latest challenge, lung cancer. Now, Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin joins us now with more on Kirk's story.
And Sine and Tom, when Kirk Smith was first diagnosed with incurable lung cancer, he says it was like stepping out into a storm. He had no idea what would happen to him. But the one thing he really didn't expect was to be doing so well and living a good life nearly 3 years later.
Kirk Smith is powering down a road he never thought he'd be on. He's 54 years old, training 3 or 4 hours a day, living with advanced lung cancer.
Some of it's an attitude approach, and I've never been one, and neither has my wife. We've never been ones for drama.
Because cancer is just part of their lives now.
Once we found out what we had, it was all right, let's just move forward and let's deal with it. We can't go back.
Diagnosed the day after Christmas of 2013, Smith came to see Dr. Cynthia Shepherd, a medical hematologist and oncologist at University Cancer and Blood Center in Athens.
And he had a PET scan that showed the main tumor as well as a couple other nodules and some abnormal lymph nodes.
Smith was diagnosed with stage 3B non-small cell lung cancer. Only about 5% of patients with his stage of the disease survive beyond their first year of diagnosis. But he was a veteran triathlete who had never smoked. So why lung cancer? A blood test revealed an answer. Smith has a genetic abnormality known as an ALK mutation that seems to be fueling his cancer.
So his particular mutation was found and is typically found in young males who are non-smokers and who have adenocarcinoma, which is a particular type of non-small cell lung cancer.
Smith braced for chemotherapy and all the side effects that might come with it.
Naturally already a thin person, so I was worried about losing weight. I was worried about losing strength.
Yet because he was ALK positive, he was placed on a newer, much more targeted cancer drug designed to zero in and shut down his specific gene mutation. It's called ceritinib, and it's working. He takes 4 pills a day, and in 2.5 years, his tumors have gotten smaller, and the cancer is now gone from his lymph nodes. And he's back to training, though a little more carefully.
I have to be very aware of what I'm doing, and I have to incrementally increase my training load. And then if I see a sign that maybe I've overdone it, I need to step back.
And on October 22nd, Smith will compete in the PPD Ironman North Carolina Triathlon, racing with Free to Breathe, an organization raising awareness and money for lung cancer research to create the next generation of drugs like the one Smith believes is keeping him alive.
I mean, what I have is a terminal disease. So despite these targeted therapies, what I have is probably still what will take my life at some point unless these medications continue to improve.
But it is extraordinary with stage 3B lung cancer and doing as well as he's doing.
And for now, Kirk Smith will stay the course, not just living, but thriving with lung cancer.
And Smith recently had a CAT scan, and it showed that his cancer is now stable. It's still there, but the medication is pushing it back, and he will compete in a half Ironman on the 22nd. For the record, that's a 1.2-mile swim, then a 56-mile bike ride, and then you get off your bike and you run 13.1 miles. And fortunately, all of this training seems to really help him, Sine and Tom, with the side effects of treatment and everything. But gosh, you mentioned, does the guy wear a cape?
Yes, he definitely should, because most of us can't do not one of those legs of the triathlon.
Absolutely.
But his attitude has to have so much to do with what's propelling him
And
forward.
that investment in his health has paid dividends.
Absolutely.
For him.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks, Beth.